Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die? Oh, it's you again. Are you looking for a die?
The barbell waits patiently on the floor, like a dog for its master.
What have you found? And also, a novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? Sometimes they use the ankle bones of sheep. I don't understand. If it's not her,
She's squeezing on the pendant too tight. Just don't say you don't have any answer yet. To hell with it. Perchance you ought to just lie, sire.
Too many inconsistencies. What kind of talk is that? I am not doing as well as it looks like I am. I only have my Simone's wards. Yes, because her business consists of the psychic leech that's been... I see that you've fallen for her manipulation. Thank you for nothing. Please, do buy some books, or be on...
Wow. Total psychic collapse between you two.
I am sorry we had to disappoint you, ma'am.
These shelves are overburdened with books from the same series. You see the name. A sulfur-crested cockatoo sits on the cover, its beak slightly open. It turns out that there are so many... You don't have behavioral problems. That's...
It's a must-have if you own a cockatoo. I've heard they're quite capricious.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
This time it's going to work. You already ruled out the first bad option that didn't.
Yeah. Aren't you listening? It's done.
They're not going to give you anything. Can't you see? I can't have a police interrogation in here. People are trying to eat. Of course it concerns...
Everyone can see you picked some wrong options. Next time you have to come up with better things to say.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
As you look around this room full of sweaty men, swearing, drinking, spitting out tobacco, does this look familiar? You believe the place was called Precinct 41. It was also filled with...
Huh? You got a problem with beer?
Not quite there yet. Push on.
You saying we don't help people? I've been...
They don't know, man. They weren't here. We had 3 shootings a week, kids dead, fucking graffito everywhere.
Congratulations on the graffiti removal. All I see is you sitting around talking about Monica's titties while there's a rape victim.
So what? What do you want from me?
Don't let him drink that. Just don't antagonize him. You have this already.
Titus?
She stops mid-sentence. That's it. You got him.
You wanna help her, cop? Fine. If you don't, if you question her, harass her.
What is her name?
Glacia, I'm on duty. She's staying here at the Whirling in Rags. A real pretty one. Silvery jumpsuit.
Shit. The girl. The girl upstairs?
Oh, it's her! It's definitely her! It's Miss Oranje, disco dancer!
Yeah. Blonde. Tall. 2 rooms over from yours. Sure. Why not? You probably...
You inexplicably add cool after the victim's name, with your eyes bulging like something.
I don't understand what...
Nothing.
Whatever you do not tell him you know her.
What have you found? And also, do buy the books. There may... What have you found? A novelty dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice? For some kind of sorcery? I don't...
She's squeaky. Just don't say you don't have any. To hell with it. Perchance you ought to just lie, sire.
Oh, how horrid! Tell me, did you find a way to break the curse? What does that mean? Are you certain? All that matters is that the energies are retreating. I can already... Thank you, officer. Truly, you've brought a better psycho-emanation...
She so badly wants this to be over. She would have believed. It will only last a day or two. A week tops. Then her mood will sour.
All right then. All's well that ends.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here. Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
As you look around this room full of sweaty men, swearing, you believe the place was called Precinct 41. It was also filled with, almost exclusively, men, sitting on desks, talking shit and wasting time.
Huh?
Not quite there yet. Push on.
You saying?
They don't know.
Congratulations.
So what?
Just don't antagonize him. You have this already.
Titus?
She stopped.
You wanna help her, cop? If you don't,
What?
Glacia, I'm on you.
Shit. The girl.
Oh, it's her! It's definitely her! It's Miss Oranje, disco dancer!
You inexplicably add cool after the victim's name, but no one notices. Your spine is too damn straight. None of these people, whatever you do not tell him you know her. That would sound off.
I know her.
How well?
Well enough, Copper. We party. She's been...
He tries to make it sound real casual, but the muscles on his neck tighten.
You mean Revachol? Nah, she's an immigrant. Or a drifter of some sort.
Don't you give her any more trouble. She's just had... Shut up, Angie. She doesn't need your help.
Titus gives them what's with all the silences? It's like these guys don't know how to feel about. And what was up with the partying she and Titus did? It sounded fun.
He did it before we killed him. He's not gonna do it again.
It would help if we...
All right. 2 weeks, maybe? I don't know. I need another beer.
Here you go, boss.
Relationship? There wasn't.
Something is off here.
Was like that karaoke incident all over again.
Okay, enough. All of this is irrelevant to your stated investigation.
What do you think I meant? Yeah, tons of it. All the songs. No, we just fucked. That's all. I'm not gonna give you any details.
He really went out of his way to seem comfortable with this topic. That's all you're gonna get for now.
Remember what I said. Freight train of pain.
I've got nothing to say to you.
Can I help you? Got the 20 real? Good. You got the room for the night, but remember...
Take it easy on him. Deep down, he really hates being the guy who has to remind you.
You're already set for the night.
The door is closed.
Who is it?
This is the police. Can we come in?
Come on up. The door is open. I'm drying my hair.
This medicine cabinet is full of wares. Sheets of pills, haphazardly stacked, one on top of the other. It's been used. This toothbrush belongs to someone who doesn't give a damn about her teeth. Pharmaceuticals line the shelves, sheet upon sheet of pill bottle next to pill bottle.
Anything of note?
Pill bottles rattle like bones as you search the cabinet.
An opioid receptor antagonist. It's used for diamorphine overdose.
Among some foreign, probably Messinian or Gotwaldian, marked red blister packs you find. What do you find? This is going to take a little know-how. This medicine cabinet is stocked with drugs, plus a bright orange bottle with peptide stamped on it, in sunny, happy letters. Jackpot, baby. That's the stuff you're looking for. Your palms begin to sweat just holding that little plastic container.
Peptide, a euphemism for pharmaceutical
The fuck are you waiting for? Let's get super fucking preppy. It's speed, man. Just what you were looking for. They call it dextroamphetamine and talk about psychological disorders, but the same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
I don't know. It is not the first closed door we found in this building. I don't know. The vigilantes, the cadaver, and a number of people connected to the...
It's barred from the inside. You hear the bar rattle in the brackets.
Welcome to the roof.
Below her silvery jumpsuit, an athletic.
I'm sorry for the mess down there. The cleaning lady hasn't come by in days. I'm beginning to wonder if she ever will. Nice.
Where a ripe corpse, she tries to look indifferent, but still has to take a drag of her cigarette. That must be her tell. The cigarette. It hurts her to look directly at the corpse, so she reversed.
Oh yes, legends of room number 1 have made their way around the building. They say a portal to hell has opened in there. They also say that's why the cleaning lady quit.
I'm Kim Kitsuragi. I'm a detective.
This does not come as good news to him.
Have I ever? Have you grown accustomed?
Oh yeah, feel the power.
I can...
Miss, we are investigating the murder of the man who was hanged.
Huh. I see.
Be careful. Ask something else first. When you go there, use words like, I hear you have been through something difficult.
Clasier Amandu. Vredefort, Republic of Oranje. A bad memory, officer. Of lilacs and lightning, parks, glass, duraluminium. Vredefort is a conference city.
What's so bad about that?
Nothing.
The conference centers are filled with people who get angry at you if you do something wrong.
Sooner or later, everyone does. I'm 28. Something stupid. Oranese lit. Oranese literature. It's what I studied at the university. Fear of failure, fear of death, how it sucks to be Oranese. All national literatures are. Only the name of the nation changes.
If that's true, then Revacholian lit would fit you like a glove.
Nothing. I do nothing with it. Cool. I've made more money by just being than I have with Oranese lit. Many things. A roller skating instructor, a secretary, Miss Oranje 37.
It's the world's most tired Miss Oranje. Now there is something you should linger on. All things considered, very. Now linger.
Mm-hmm. I would offer you coffee, but it's garbage. The record. So official. Yeah, it's pretty deluxe. I have no idea, officer. I'm wintering.
How long?
About 4 months. I came in November. Here in the Whirling, here in Martinez, or here in Revachol? Because it's the funkiest building in Martinez. And because all the other buildings are bombed to hell. Okay. Something difficult? I've been through at least half a dozen difficult things. Which one do you mean? By sexually assaulted.
Yes.
It's a bit early in the morning for...
She sounds positively buoyant, vivacious, totally unbothered.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with not raped. I can't say that stuff about him. Tell them it's not my style. They'll have to, you know, if they want to jazz up the charges, they'll have to get someone more, rapeable.
Are you saying that you were asked to tell us you were assaulted?
Not explicitly, but I understood what they meant. It wouldn't hurt to spice things up a bit. Some assault and battery. Sexual assault, maybe. It was clear the latter would be spicier.
Warming them.
We partied. A lot of partying going on. We drank, sir. A lot. For weeks, basically. We had that effect on each other.
What else?
Stimulants. Speed also has that effect, making you drink harder. And then drinking harder makes you do more speed. It's quite the combination. I guess you can say that, yes, a bit. Lovers is such an emotional word.
How did you two meet?
Downstairs, at the bar. He was on some sort of assignment, a military man, as you probably know.
She appears aloof, but that scar part, the scary, is stressed and drawn out. What's that about? With longing.
When?
A month ago? Something like that. Oh yes. I have multiple...
A bitter cringe. It hurts. He takes a small step.
You called us, the RCM.
Yes.
Jackpot.
I made it. And I would appreciate it if you didn't tell everyone. In Martinez, they call it snitching.
Reporting crimes is confidential in Revachol, miss.
I didn't exactly disguise it. With nail clippers. And I diverted some radio fuzz into...
So, she's God's mystery foam cutter.
Did I? Fuck. I didn't mean to. I don't know, sir. It was stupid. I was drunk, too.
Thank you for making the call, miss.
I didn't want to, sir.
We will move the body to the morgue today, miss. Don't worry.
I'm sorry, I can't do it. Not right now. Later, maybe. I keep seeing...
I know it's difficult.
She meant she sees him in her dreams.
You have? Not like I do.
She sees them in each other's arms.
Yes. And then he's dead. His mouth agape.
She dips the cigarette in the light.
I can see the similarity.
Funny. Nothing. I also saw him. We had a long inspection and that sort of thing sticks with you. Let's move on.
They're frequent guests downstairs. They have a booth for union members. They're probably down. Over drinks?
Like you partied with the
No, not as hard.
I'm sorry to have to ask this, but have you had a
I have. Which ones, sir? I don't remember precisely. Titus, obviously. But as I said...
Could that have been part of the reason they hanged him?
I hope not. Actually, I know that's not the reason. I'm careful about that kind of thing. Men like that? I don't know. It's the way their imaginations work. I suspect it's what they'd like.
She changes balance from one foot to another, crossing her legs.
He had something to do with the strike. One has been roiling since I got here. Rotten time.
And his role in...
I think he was in a security detail. He was ex-military, worked for Wild Pines, and against the Union. We didn't discuss work much, if you know what I mean.
And they lynched?
She nods. She breathes a silvery sigh of relief.
Should we head by downstairs, officer? We may have...
She nods. Silvery cigarette fumes disappear into her mouth.
Why not? I'll be here until 11 p.m.
Looks like we have more to discuss with those so-called Hardy Boys. Nothing will make them respect the RCM, but it will disrupt the game they prepared for us. We just stripped off one layer of whatever it is. Her decision to not corroborate their story was definitely not part of the plan. What else could she have done? Lie? She saw there was no way to lie and get away with it. If not you, then me. It was a smart move from her. You think so? She seems forthcoming. And the best liars are always forthcoming. Anyway, we should move. I suspect our investigation will bring us back here soon enough.
The same small, heavy door.
clowns are still hanging around. What is it now? Again? Serious? Yeah, whatever. Fuck! I knew that fucking whore couldn't be trusted.
You've hit a nerve. Titus is furious.
For the record, Titus Hardy did not explicitly specify the victim as a whore, nor did he say anything about trusting her.
Oh, shut up and stay out of this, Liz. He raped her. He was out of...
She's just in denial, asshole. You don't understand the traumatic experience.
Yeah, she's crazy, you know. A crazy bitch. You know the type. She's fucked up.
The clowns are still hanging around. What is it now?
You've hit a nerve.
For...
Yeah, she's crazy.
She wasn't raped. The witnesses state...
Lawman, I'm at the end of my...
His hands become...
And you went and pushed her.
Titus Hardy!
Success. Titus backs up. Goddamn, no one tells you to put your fists.
Everett personally sent me to take care of this. If this goes south, we'll all be in the shit. But you, Titus Hardy, are going to be buried. Am I understood?
Someone has to rush in to break the tension. The second...
Look, Copper. We know that that fuck was a rapist and a killer. We got him choice to him, T.
Here, jerkwad, listen to this shit. And then come back and tell me the soldier of the apocalypse was an innocent man. You don't care about evidence.
Pigs, T. They don't care about getting the truth.
I won't be on your bulletin board. If you don't listen to the tape, we got nothing to talk about. What's on it? We call it the door gun a mega mix. You'll know why once you listen to it. You think we go into this shit deaf and dumb? You RCM aren't the only ones who know how to bug people. There's no universe. We have machines. We're in logistics. How do you think a harbor works? It's advanced stuff.
Understood? You've listened in on their...
Since way before their chief started taking swing lessons.
Things got nice and quiet after that.
It's not advanced. You just hold up in a coop all day, writing down what they say. It gets hot as hell in there.
Don't put yourself down, Angus. It's important work.
Yeah, man. You're like a radio genius or something. Those notes are some in-depth stuff.
Don't forget your tape, lawman. Compliments of Titus Hardy. You do that. Oh, and keep it. Maybe you'll need a reminder of human ugliness someday.
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time?
The man before you is naked, but for a pair of underpants and white boots. His skin is...
What do you see?
A tarpaulin cloak is still caught on the railing. No one has claimed it for their own. The woman...
Still here, stuck in this damn jam. I don't want to talk about that. Man, I was hoping it isn't going to be her. All I can say is, she isn't around here anymore. She isn't some evil drug trafficker. And I don't know where she is. A friend? An acquaintance? I don't know. She was the only person in this damn jam I could talk to. She's someone I don't want to rat out to the law, okay? I didn't, man. I told you, I was hoping it's not her.
He still is. Hoping. It's just wishful thinking on his part, not trickery.
Thank God I don't know. People here call her the Lady Driver. She kept her name a secret. From me, too. A youngish woman. Gruff, but...
What color?
Blue and violet. Died. It was violet when she got here. Blue before she...
Then she may have dyed it again.
Damn, I don't want to... Please just let it go. Whatever she...
We can't just let it...
That's how it always is with you, isn't it? All part of the investigation. The girl...
It won't come to that. We won't pursue her on this. This is information only.
I don't believe you. She's got the darkness in her. That young person's darkness when you think it's all over. And you're looking for a way out.
She shared the...
Yes, which is why I don't want to snitch on her. I heard the rumors. I saw the other drivers looking at me strange when we talked. And she told me, too, that she's had a violent life. But I wasn't afraid of her.
Did this violent...
Well, it looks like it did now. But we didn't talk about that. We talked about life, you know? She talked about her mind. The way it worked. The trouble it was giving her. Fuck, man. Go grill someone else with these questions, okay? There are plenty of drivers here who couldn't stand her, or were...
Push Tommy and it will break his heart. And now is not the time to focus on feelings. You need that info, son.
You're not gonna put a bullet in your head if you blow it, are you? Because she's on the edge, man.
Imagine it. An explosion of stars. Goodbye world of men, money, and machines.
Thank you, friend. Wow, this makes me feel like I should pick up smoking again.
Looking for something, Hunt? Come to tell me to fuck off again? I don't know what you're talking about. He did something. He stole his employer's goods and another lorryman's job.
He's been expecting this. He's really puffed himself up.
Listen up, fuckwits. You don't scare me. You cops don't run Revachol West. You don't run Martinez. You don't run anything.
No. He means La Puta Madre.
The name resounds like a bell in the air. A dog. Looks like the lieutenant has a plan. Let him do this.
Yeah, him.
Then I presume you are familiar with his peonies.
Yeah, they're his little bitches. He's got them all over the Union.
Not just the Unions. He has peonies everywhere. Some say he even has them in the RCM. Dirty fucking peonies who'd do anything for him. Multi-ethnic drug addicts.
You're not peonies. You wouldn't be investigating.
No, of course not. We are not peonies. But if we were, and one of Madre's drivers were to be stealing from him, then it's a good peony's job to find out who that is. It's not a hard job. It won't take a long time. It won't make Padre Madre angry. But a stupid fucking racist is standing in the way, protecting this fucking thief.
I'm not scared of you or the mob. I'm under the protection of the...
You've seen that corpse in the ceramic armor there. Did his shitty little guild protect him?
Nah, you wouldn't just leave him out there if you...
The lieutenant turns and gives you a bit. I softened him up as best I could. Be careful. This man's still got some fight in him, by the looks of it. It won't be easy to break him. Men like this only respect two things. Time to turn up the volume.
Fuck you, I told you. I'm not gonna...
There. His voice grows smaller as yours.
Fucking Homo. Look, fuck you, man. It's some lorry down there. Green, banged up thing.
When did she go away?
I don't know. I don't even know her name. She just rolls with the fleet and acts like a big shot. Some dyke, probably. I haven't...
Now it's not a big deal for him anymore. This is how he saves face.
Past the monument. Down there. The Green Temple.
A small temple by the monument.
Looks like he got his adrenaline up, too. This screen found A to Z.
This must be the one he told us about. Unless he was lying.
The glass on the side windows is tinted and covered with dust. You can barely make out the shape of the seat. The door is locked. The handle looks...
Use the pry bar to smash the window. Open it from the inside. This has been hard enough. No need to make it any harder.
Pry bar in hand, you take a goddamn maggot. Drag your ass to the gym and do some reps right now.
No, it's not shatterproof.
He smashes it into the window. Droplets of glass fly everywhere, shattering over the lorry floor and pavement.
It went better than I expected.
The smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. You wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like the few tools lying around here. But one odd detail does catch your eye. A sandpaper adds extra grip.
Sandpaper? A novel technique? Yes?
Do the honors, he thinks. Connect it yourself.
Which means that the missing lady driver was present at the lynching. Now we know for certain who is the missing 8th person at the lynching. Do you think that Hardy and his boys could also be involved in the drug operation? Understood. We should still go and see what Titus has got to say on the matter.
The movie stars are still smiling from the wall. A metallic drawer slides out from the seat. It's empty, except for it's an issue of Petit Ferique from last Wednesday. A piece of paper falls. It looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine. Complex method.
The Ulan frequency system? I've never heard of that before. I know of FM, AM, UKV, but...
It's an issue of Petit Ferique from It looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine. Complex method.
The Ulan frequency system.
The pull-out tool looks like the frequency dial is absent. It requires a key to work.
Strange. There are so many radio stations saved here. Must be over 100 at least. For contacting an entire fleet of lorrymen, for example. Looks like we are dealing with an impressive organizational tool. The nerve center... doesn't look like it.
The smell of 1,000 cigarettes, some dead actresses, and a rusty... These are movie posters featuring Starlet. One of them particularly catches your eye. A centerfold of an ingenue attached right above the back seat. The actress is draped in a sheath dress, one of her shoulders bared. The faded wait, doesn't she resemble someone you know? But you can't put your finger on whom exactly. The actresses and you close the right.
Great. I think we got everything. A word, detective? Alright, we've finished here. Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found, so we don't do it in front of the company rep. Honestly, I'm quite worried by what we've seen so far. The evidence seems to point to a rather extensive and well-organized I'm especially intrigued by that radio transmitter, particularly the sheer number of stations it can connect. Looks like this alleged drug trade casts a wide net. I'm not sure what the Ulan frequencies are all about, but they may hold some significance. Perhaps it's a better way to connect between fleets while avoiding frequency bleed, or maybe it's used to tap into RCM networks. And last but not least, it looks like the Hardy Boys knew this driver, as we know that she was present at the lynching. This may be the Union connection we've been searching for.
probe and the case converged, he thinks. This was quite the find.
As elegant as they...
Don't be fooled. Desire always plays a role.
Yes, what...
Unimportant.
Like Joyce told us, yes, logistically. But don't expect to bust this open during our stay here. At best, this is an angle we can use against them, to other ends, as extra ammunition. We should return to the murder case, see what Joyce tells us about the lynching. There are more than enough grounds to start an official investigation, sometime later when we're done here. We do... The fact that one hasn't started already gives me pause. An investigation, I mean. Especially if the Madre grouping is involved, and I can't imagine they aren't. It's a... All the same, I don't like the idea of internal affairs descending on the matter. That won't help anyone either.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here. Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here. Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here. Yeah. Why?
Why must we stop to look at this wall every time we pass by? We have business to attend.
Hello again, officers.
Gendarmerie. You found me.
His slender figure is backlit by city lights. It feels like a Friday. He seems to be in a good mood, and his shirt is still unbuttoned.
Beautiful. So tell me, are you here to make things right again? Beautiful. I have some good news for you. My Sunday friend is visiting me tonight. I told him about you and he'd like to say hello. Step in. He's already waiting. Mm-hmm. That's why I chose this place.
Wait. Suddenly you are digging things?
That's nice, but I don't have anything to tell you.
He takes another drag of his unfiltered cigarette and look.
Besides,
he's going to leave you alone. Something tells you you're never going to talk to an individual this cool or mysterious ever again.
Just look at it. It's a beautiful night. Who's going?
He's right. Only losers go to bed early. Time to break out. Something flutters in the corner of the lieutenant's mouth. It's laughter.
We'll talk. Just not tonight. Take care, all right?
And he's gone again. Looks like it's becoming a theme for him.
Right after you.
Officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia.
You shouldn't be seeing him in an intimate setting. For some reason you feel this man is your superior, but he's not in the command. His hands are clean and well manicured. This is a man
My name is Charles Vildrouin, and I am an official with the coalition government. I work for the Institute of Price Stability. I heard you talking to my friend outside. Very good. Super. I am here to...
Hanging? What a drag. He seems like a cultured gentleman. You should ask him about the finer things.
Oh, we got it from an atelier in the East Delta Commerce Center. Personally, I think it's a little culturally... That's really all I can tell you about it.
The lieutenant takes out his notebook and nods to you to proceed.
The coalition is only looking out for the price stability. Inflation is a killer, like a heart disease blocking the north. The economy impacts the entire international community, which is why it requires international oversight. Well, I'm renovating it. It is an interesting point. You could say I'm undoing some of the material damage the international community caused. Yes. As I said before, I am a commissioner from Sur-la-Clé working for the Institute of Price Stability. This is one of the main projects of the Moral Inter. La Communauté Internationale is what Revacholians colloquially call the coalition. In other words, the nations that stopped the disaster of your employer, technically speaking. The governing authority of Revachol. It is the most important thing. It's the central goal of any sound monetary policy. Maintaining the price stability is essential to maintaining high levels of economic activity, which is essential for...
Basically, it makes sure the price...
Précisément. Too much inflation, bread becomes too expensive. That's why the Institute of Price Stability works to keep inflation just below 2%. But not too far below, no. Too below is also bad. The coalition believes in the importance of informing the public about the benefits of the price stability. Transparency is one of our principles. Would you like an information? A sound monetary policy is a... But oh, I don't have my leaflets on me today. That's too bad. You can always call our information line. Making information available is part of the Moral Intern's commitment. It's the international organization for moralists. Hence, Moralist International. The Institute of Price Stability is just one of its many mind babies, as is the coalition.
Doing one's job doesn't automatically make one anyone's bitch. Besides, there are more nefarious powers to work for.
But of course. Well, do you value freedom? Do you believe in a normal, stable world governed by democratic values?
You've managed to catch the lieutenant off guard.
I'm a lieutenant of the RCM.
A very moralist...
The lieutenant is practiced in the art of putting on a show for one's superiors.
Martinez? No. Martinez is something else. Revachol is generally difficult. It's led by an interim government, but they are working towards it. You're all doing very well here, relatively speaking.
Of course, the detective's personal views do...
Ah, my friend. But the lesson of the revolution is that communism does not work. It's moving towards the right direction, and now enough of this delightful political interlude. Was there anything else you wanted to... What's there to say? Sur-la-Clé is a modern, urbanized... Moreover, it is a great sponsor of less emerged countries. Revachol is... Because a great percentage of Revachol's culture hails from Sur-la-Clé. Whatever you wish, officer. I'm sorry to say I did, officer.
Easy, detective. No need to jump to conclusions.
Officer, it's very difficult to describe what I saw.
What do you mean, like in a
It was just so strange. I was on the balcony when it happened, getting some fresh air. I remember that first they came in, carrying what looked like a body. And then I saw all the surrounding windows go dead, one by one. That's when I understood. I should not be seeing this.
Sounds like the victim was unconscious, or at least incapacitated. Interesting.
I couldn't see their faces well, and there were quite a few of them. But they were very... Let's just say that the laboring classes can get rather expressive with their... I couldn't tell you exactly.
The lieutenant sends you a sharp look at the mention of that number.
That's a giant you're describing. No, they were all I went back inside.
Were you able to see anything from in...
Officer, the yard was pitch black. There was nothing to see, but I could still hear their voices. They were threatening to kill that poor man. All men, I presume.
But we are fairly certain the lady driver was present.
It's possible, officer, but I cannot say with certainty. I believe they were mostly white, though I believe I saw 2 Areopagites among them. And I am quite certain that one spoke with a... Well, that's the strangest part, officer. Nothing happened. It was oddly... Eventually, their shouts died down, and that was all. There were no gunshots, no celebratory shouts, no anything. You're right, of course. That is what one is supposed to do in such... I'm afraid I don't have any...
About what time was...
All I can say is that it was... My watch. Yes, now I remember. It was 30 minutes past midnight, give or take. No, I didn't see the corpse until the following day.
It seems this wasn't a break. I think we have everything we need. Thank you.
Of course. Anything I can do to assist the RCM. Ah, my friend. My friend is a good young man. His family immigrated here from Kedra, and life has not been easy for him. But I'm all ears, officer. My friend, Kedra is a candidate member of APIS. That it's never going to happen. They enter negotiations in 20... EPIS is a very special program developed by the Moral Intern to support certain Occidental nations. It began as a unified system of weights and measures, which proved to be a wild success. It was such a wild success that we expanded it into an economic union for the processing of steel. Another success. And between you and me, the Moral Intern feels emboldened by this success. Emboldened to take EPIS. Why, it stands for progress and stability, like the Moral Intern as a whole. It's been such a wild, extraordinary success thus far. A supranational political alliance. The You mean Revachol? No, it's going to have It's one day going to be a candidate member of EPIS, sure. No, candidate members do become members. Why do we even have the whole system in... But we were talking about my friend here, not politics. How did any of us become friends? Bad things happening on the Insulindian Isola? Oil platforms ablaze in the night, civil wars lasting for years. Finally, the international community, au contraire. It's how millions of people end up where they are, meeting the people they meet. It's how I came here, and my friend too. Sorry. Who? But I told you, officer. He's a bright young man here to pursue his education. Education is the foundation of our future. Officer, you have to understand. I can't give you his personal information. He's deeply enmeshed in the study. He's a truly free spirit. He likes all the art. I'm just enjoying the view. Listen. The Insulindian Bay. My friend comes and goes. I'm all ears. A moment. Do you have everything you need from me? I'm afraid we won't have the chance to speak again once you leave. It's against diplomatic best practices for an official in my position to be discussing murders with local militiamen. Of course, I'm sorry.
The clowns are still hanging around. What is it now? A witness? You...
That's just tactics, Titus. Next, he's gonna tell you one of us already rolled on the other.
Well, let's...
He's not alarmed by the sudden appearance of a witness, but he is surprised.
Yeah, right. Like we would...
I've seen this shit a million times, Titus. Fly fishing. They are desperate. Tell us, Copper, what wacky claims did he make?
It's you assholes that feel the need to go around like a fucking...
Yeah, it's like they put cowbells on you before they send you to the streets. What's with the cowbells, policeman?
Arab guy? Boss.
Well, yeah. What is confusing you? Eugene, Theo, and Elaine were there, too.
Those flaccid MI...
It means the whole scene was long and drawn.
What is this fella's problem? Sorry we didn't make it more action-packed. It wasn't the first thing on our mind.
Shanky. It's Shanky, right? I thought there's something wrong about the lynching story. Now I know there was.
You don't...
I know you are lying, Shanky.
Some witness.
You don't have to go to school for shit.
You're doing a hell of a job, man. Hell of a job.
Like hell you have. There is no local drug.
We'll do that. In the meantime, did you know that there's an abandoned lorry at the intersection that was used? The person driving it was present at the hanging. It was one of you. We've connected the footprint. Detective, do you want to deliver the coup de grâce?
That's a mighty interesting theory. I guess that's what you would need to do, theoretically. A big, strong state.
Yeah, man. Theoretically, that's what you would.
You would need good, trustworthy people to take their place, of course. Hardy men to run such a monopoly. For the good of the community, of course. No, there aren't. Some little shit and his dad are...
Whatever you've seen is peanuts.
Theoretically, of course.
Not quite yet, Mr. Hardy. There were 8 sets of prints on the crime scene. There are only 7 Hardy boys.
My answer is... fuck off. Mind your own.
And here we go. Back to the...
I know! Fatty walked on all 4s. He's so
Go fuck your mom, Dennis.
That's more like it, boys. You heard him. It was Angus on all 4s. Anything else you need to know? I've got nothing to say.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with? Not an umbrella, I hope. I don't... Sadly, I need this one myself. It's hydrophobic, repels... What I can do for you is answer some questions. Nothing like talking to pass a rainy day. Yes, my eyes on the harbour have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered? It doesn't really matter. And I do apologize for the surveillance. In any case, it's a relief to know someone is looking...
She's trying to conceal her excitement. But the slight glimmer in her, the lieutenant is about to interject. Cut him off. This decision should be yours. Exactly. But what?
I've kept my eye on the Camionneurs. Even tried to get to know one. It's a mystery I'm already invested in. Which one of them, if any, could organize such a complex operation? Ah, good to hear. I wouldn't want to pry into a confidential police...
Be very careful what information you're gonna share with her.
That speaks of the vastness and sophistication of the operation. Were you able to examine the radio? Sensible for her to disable access to such essential information. High-intensity microwave frequencies. They're used for navigational purposes, to compress the inter-estuary space. They may use it to communicate with incoming freighters.
Let's be honest, you have no idea what that meant. Inter-estuary microwave compression. Moving on.
A runaway? Good work. This is a tangible lead. We contain multitudes, do we not? It might not be pertinent to her profession, but who knows? It may help you find her. I appreciate you placing your trust in me. Now, per our original agreement, it's time. I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it.
The words bloodbath sound cold in her mouth. They taste of iron and strawberries.
I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called... They were dispatched.
Everyone.
a member of the board. I tried to convince my employer it was simply a piece of rhetoric or a joke. They did not appreciate. Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the youth.
Who are they?
Crenel, an Oranese military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Martinez. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder, and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment.
So...
The story is, one of them, the colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant Union members. He was taken out behind the whirling... Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbour. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Crenel... It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal.
What is the nature of...
Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants. Surely you're joking. These people are killers. My only hope is that yours provides a single, concrete suspect before they indiscriminately pick their... If you don't pin this on someone good, and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This in turn will force the Union to respond.
They would have to project.
The Debardeurs have over 2,000 men. It will be 1,000 to 1.
Have you ever seen a Hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? It's not pretty. These men work in tandem using semi- and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most Union workers don't have guns. As I said, a bloodbath. Many bleak scenarios have already come true. Nameless, badgeless detective of the citizens' militia. All we can do is keep the rest from going the same way. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court, and I may be able to defuse this situation. Or he didn't. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. I cannot testify by it. The remaining contractors... That the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman.
This does not come as news to us, but still. To your knowledge, where did...
Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly, the colonel was drunk, maybe on narcotics. Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of dock workers got their hands on him. That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea. As I said, it's a rumor about a rumor. In any case, it's what the colonel's remaining colleagues believe. Not much. They're public. They boast a long list of clients. Saint-Baptiste, Welch.
Meaning they're used to operating in wars.
Yes. All the good conflict corridors. Sadly, no. Before this happened, if you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. It may take some time, though.
Do you know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and the ICP, man?
In my line of work, it pays to do your research. I was prepared to deal with the RCM. I did not. I have. And they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do, it's all on us. If you mean did I...
You don't know how you know. It's not written on her face, nor in her voice, but she had sympathy for this man.
Lely, his service name, a nom de guerre, most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one. One is a man, Corty, they call him. A nickname as well.
What would you say was his eye color?
She closes her eyes.
I can't remember.
That's all right, then. Anything...
He was 40. Or 50. It's hard to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw.
What else?
He was, Occidental, I think. Light brown hair, a mixed accent. In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it. Through the injury. That's all I know, I guess. I only met him once. They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens' militia as I do. To put it bluntly...
Vigilantes. You're a professional officer of the only legitimate authority in Revachol.
Somehow, I doubt that lecturing them on the legitimate use of force will persuade them to stand down. You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved.
One is obviously the scab leader at the harbour gates. The one chanting the idiotic slogans. He's barely maintaining his disguise. The other has a vantage point in a building south of the roundabout. They were keeping tabs on you while you were canvassing the lorry drivers.
That may be so.
For all your talk of averting this cat...
Of course it bothers me, Lieutenant. But my hands are tied. How would my employer react if it appeared I were...
Your concern may be appearances. Ours is keeping the peace.
That would afford a good vantage point.
Where is your radio for contacting them, if I may ask?
Heavens no. I'm not an undercover agent. There's a... I hope I can answer it better. Yes. I'm afraid...
Since you are sharing, ma'am.
Then we're on the same page. As good... Until the executions start? Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members.
They don't report their progress to...
Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative. It's a matter of days, not weeks. I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. Of course. Excuse my head...
It was taken with a trigette not long ago. This is the man's upper body. There were no more markings on his hands or legs.
Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth. She has no excess of emotions for this cadaver. Has she seen dead bodies before?
Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependence. I can't. But that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent. Close. Port cities. This is an Oronese map of the waterways. A sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Dolorian century. Over 300... The sailor's soul would use it to fly back home if they should die.
Where is he now?
The times have changed. quite a few. Redefort.
What next?
Then he made his way to the Preto Grande, through what I think must be the Stutz Canal, an artificial... Revachol. Those are the two constants. Redefort on the shoulder, and Revachol in the heart. They started the tradition of these maps right after the discovery.
The old world passing by. And
you said you can't read it.
I can't. This man was no sailor, and these are no ports. His platoon members? The other contractors, though I do not suggest...
It could go this or the other way. Maybe if you're tactful, it could be beneficial.
Do what you have to do, Detective. I don't think deciphering that tattoo should come before public security.
We will be careful, ma'am.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
Greetings on this fine night. What brings you? The pawn shop is always open. Yeah, we still have those boom boxes on the shelves. Greetings on this fine night. What?
Feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light, while the mind continues to race forward. Lucky bastard. He's probably on Parolidon. It's tough to... A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
I tried to keep the shop at a company.
There's a note of indignation in his voice. Interesting.
I've had to take it. You know, since the People's Pile cleanup, I was with the Emergency Relief Brigade. A bad idea. Some poor leftist built a particle decay generator in hopes of bringing affordable electricity to underserved communities. It malfunctioned. Radioactive waste everywhere. Probably some... We were an all-volunteer force. Self-organized. Tried to help the fire brigades contain the spill. I lived by the river since I was a small boy. There wasn't much the volunteer force could do, however. We wasted years in the river mud. Years getting sick. There's a reason why everyone's tried to forget any of it ever happened, and why no one has tried to repair or replace the pile. So much disappointment, and early deaths, cancer mostly. And we knew all that was coming. No one's. Everyone's.
So much bitterness.
A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor, hoping for the best. What do you think? The cleanup happened 15 years ago. I was young then. Later, so I came to Martinez. People told me don't go there. It's a shithole. I said, people, we just had a nuclear pile meltdown. I'm gonna get as far away from Forburg as I can. Still in the same city, but I like the theory more than the story. Outward move.
Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices, my man.
You said you done it before.
The lieutenant steps away, pretending to admire some of the knickknacks on display. Go ahead then, he thinks. As long as you can walk straight, I don't care.
Here you go, man.
Yes, darling. That's the coalition government. Not so sure about this. Because it's an anti-radiation drug, and you're a cop, not a post-apocalyptic scavenger.
Of course.
You see rows of toy soldiers. The boomboxes wait on the shelves.
Sorry, man. I can't be giving out freebies. Never have, won't. A discount.
Remember, he doesn't like music. He likes sounds. The Doorgunner Megamix is his type of tape. Certainly, he'd give you a discount if he knew you'd play something so experimental.
$4 is offensively low, but just this once. For the music.
The boomboxes wait. This medicine cabinet is stocked. There it is, the orange sun wearing blister pack. You've... The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight. The compact tape player is still and silent. The broken tape player doesn't have the... The broken tape player doesn't have the ability to respond. But Kim... A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression. The bed is still cold from the broken window, and not too inviting, but it's yours. You've earned it. The bed is still cold from the...
Here we are again, my broken bird. The waves are coming, carrying you away. You're not cooperating. It's your disgusting body. Even through your sleep you feel a vague discomfort suffusing it. Your belly and your sides are unpleasantly tender. You wish you could curl up into a fetal ball of safety. But you cannot, because of the...
Every cell in your body is moaning in agony, asking, what did we ever do to you?
Now, you're finally thinking about something other than yourself. Let's see how far that'll get you.
Oh, yes. That'll check you out. Give you some pills. Make it all okay. The Wonder Maker.
Don't be stupid, Harry. It's not happening. They don't make new kidneys and livers in hospital. All you've got to do is pray to God it passes and stare at the flickering darkness.
You're just stuck here, in the half-world. Could try looking at other people, really looking. But why would you want to start doing that? Sure you do.
Some of them are. Some of them are nice. Others are scared. At least they're interesting. Each one has a process just like yours, running in the space between their ears, full of secret.
What do you think you're doing right now? Coming to some greater awareness? Look at all these lights, blinking in and out of it.
Let it.
But it never seems to let you go, does it? Time to rise and wipe that shining sweat off as best you can. Gather your bearings. Rock and roll.
A mirror hangs on the bath.
You look like shit. And I don't mean that as a metaphor. Oh, don't be so modest. We're looking at several months' worth of damage here.
Oh, come on, Jean. It looks like it's been a rough week on him.
It's not just this week. What do you want?
Okay, so this guy is cool. He stands there like a statue, an angry statue, and he does not like you.
Watch out for you.
Whoa. In your hand, Pyrrolidon, the double rainbow of synthetic hallucinogens. Rare and gritty. What a funny little cap. Don't let the scary medical warnings throw you off. It's an inadequate antidote to radiation poisoning, but a potent antidote to boredom. The container is warm to the touch. Or is that just the anticipation? You screw the lid open and look. A little slip. Whoa, what a funny little cap. The container is warm to the touch. Or is that just the anticipation? You screw the lid open and look. A little slit on the side lets you just slurp it up. Like an oyster. You suck a minuscule drop of extremely chemical-smelling liquid into your mouth. There, it seeps into your tongue. When you swallow, it's already almost all gone. It tastes like many things, all melting into one conflagration in the back of your throat. As you look around, the world slowly exists as it did before. Not really. It's just a metaphor. The effect of that otherworldly drop of liquid is slower. Why not? This government-developed substance seems very non-intrusive. You could even, already you can tell you're going to be slurping a lot more pyrrolidon. This stuff is going to give you insight into that little flickering light hidden.
In the bottom right corner of the screen, there's a pyrrolidon button. It gives +1 to psyche skills. Empathy, suggestion, authority, inland
You look like shit. And I don't mean that as a metaphor. Oh, don't be...
Oh, come on.
It's not just...
Okay, so this guy is cool. He stands there like a statue, an angry statue, and he does not like you. You know what it is. It's like the two of you know it.
Oh, I definitely know.
Another life.
Yes, from another life. A different life. Maybe the life... To what station do you think you would belong in this alternate and totally fictional reality?
I think even in this fictional reality, the 57th would still be my station.
My condolences. Go ahead. Have another guess. Okay. That's plausible. That's entirely plausible. Somewhere good. Okay. Oh, no. You see, I enjoy watching other better cops solve crimes. And let me tell you...
This isn't helping.
Let's be crazy. Let's say you and I are partners. How's that for a thought experiment? I'm sure he's fucking flattered, but Kim is not part of this thought experiment.
The lieutenant is silent.
Would you now, or would I be cramping your style? Never mind, partner. Okay, how about you stop wasting my time and get on with whatever you were doing then? You're not going to believe this, but... Police? Yes, sir. Solving crimes, locking up bad guys. Just some regular boring motherfuckers in suits and uniforms. Nothing spectacular. Oh, it's you eccentric genius. I mean, with your unorthodox approach to police work, it has to be you. Not even a little bit.
It's an urban myth about an officer who is so far undercover he can't remember who he is. As I said, just an urban myth.
He's trying to protect you from further rough handling. dished out by the... Okay, yes, you get the joke. Leave it at that.
Neither can I, partner. Neither can I.
It's a mere second, but it feels like you saw something. A gram of compassion in that sadness.
I'm not good.
It's not my style, he thinks, glancing at the man in sunglasses and the woman beside him. Oh boy, they're mad at him.
About what? You don't look like a cop. You know what you look like? Exactly.
He didn't answer your question.
No. 'Cause it's not my job. Why don't you go and fucking do yours and solve this damn hanging? Actually, I don't.
Come on, Jean.
Okay, say things.
Hear that? He suddenly, out of nowhere, case-related things start popping up in your head.
You're not shitting me, Millen. I can smell it all the way.
We're getting to it. There have been complications.
I would love to, but I'm busy fucking off and not cramping your style. And that might cramp it, you see? Helping you. I don't know. Why?
Who knows why we do the things we do? Somehow bouncing those ideas off the man with sunglasses.
Oh my god, there's more. You want something? Okay, why not? Let's do the whole thing over again. We're not wasting time. You're not.
We're getting to it.
I don't. Oh my god. Watch out.
Okay, the man with the sunglasses and his hypothetical Station 41. Weird, right? There's something missing here. Something you can't put our finger on. You know what? Just ask him. Yes, just cross it off the list. Anti-Object Task Force. Behold, the Anti-Object Task Force has assembled. God's avenging angel.
Again? I can't believe this shit. I'm going to say no. Just to see what you'll say to that. What'd you say? God fucking shit.
None of this is great. Okay, I was clearly wrong. He is a firefighter, male nurse, animal control agent. Something of that kind. Not a cop.
I'm going to okay.
Jean.
Okay, I was clearly... The woman in an RCM patrol officer's...
I would really prefer not to talk.
A patrol officer is the lowest rank in the RCM, below lieutenant and sergeant.
Yes, I am. I know.
Here's the real deal.
I don't know. I mean, why would I want to talk to you? No, you haven't wronged me. So...
Something changes in her.
Okay, fine. Let's talk. What did you want? What precinct?
Am I from? God, he doesn't know.
Fucking deranged lunatic.
You're getting an intellectually unsatisfying vibe from this conversation. Maybe you're doing something wrong.
God damn it, you leave her alone. Keep your weird bullshit to yourself and be professional for once, for fuck's sake.
Can I actually help you with something?
Yes, of course. Preposterous. I mean, you would remember if they were, right? Who forgets their squad mates? That's not possible.
Of course I'm with him. Why do you ask?
Well, he's not. He's a sack of shit barely kept together by crazy glue. But at least he tries, unlike...
Please, let's not turn this into another exchange, okay? Of course I'm with him. The sooner you figure this hanging out, the sooner everyone can go home. I don't know.
Don't say anything, Judith. Me? No. I'm just a man with sunglasses. I like wearing sunglasses inside. Sunglasses and a fucking wig.
I'm just looking out for...
You?
No one. I'm just a man with sunglasses. And you are?
Yes. A policewoman who just wants to do her job.
Something about the man with sunglasses and you. The energy between you two is...
Hi, gendarme. Another rendezvous. Hello, hello. So what brings you here? Bye-bye, Jean. Hi again, gendarme.
Could he be a member of the homosexual underground? Yes, this man is definitely one of the homos. I've seen that. This sexual thing seems interesting. Ask around. Become involved.
Hmm? Oh yes, let's see. He knocked on my door a few days after the lynching. I think he was going through the entire building, asking questions. Nothing. That I didn't see anything. What friend? No, I don't think it came up. Muscular, handsome, strong. Yes, but he was speaking to someone on his earpiece. Yes, you know those tiny speaker, just reporting back whatever I was telling him. Oh, let me think. He had an accent. He sounded vaguely Oranese. No, not vaguely, scratch that. He sounded definitely or sure. Anything else on your mind? Admiring the atmosphere. What about you, officer? Really? Well, I look forward to that. You did? And how did you like him? I told you he can be very useful. I guess that's the charm of a visitor from the first world. He's not like you and me, gendarme. To his opportunities in Occident, Sir Leclerc. Still, or is it just money? Friends, I told you. Sunday friends. Friends who like to get... that he won't be there when times get tough, I guess. It is. On Sundays. He has keys. And he likes the view. To the sea, I mean. Bye-bye, Jean.
I've got nothing to say.
It's you again. What is it? Yeah.
Wouldn't want to beat up his grandma.
Titus did his best, but his men are a bit unsettled.
This is what happens if you take the law into your own hands. Other people start doing it.
Let them come. The Hardy Boys are...
You heard the man. Right here.
Yeah. A well-oiled murder machine.
The mood is on the rise. They're feeling confident, ready to punch out the whole Merc platoon.
So are the local gangs. The fucking Barmy arm.
Yeah. Where are they now, huh?
These people are trained military professionals, special forces as used.
No, they're not. They're uncoordinated and drunk. Don't forget, we're listening. We got weapons of our own. We got Ister 50s, Zeelagers. Glenn's got a knock cannon at home. I guess we're gonna see, aren't we? Yeah, like you've been up against ceramic armor. You haven't even seen the whole suit, right? I've seen the whole fucking thing, and it's big fucking surprise. They hire psycho scum, arm them to the teeth, and let them loose in the city. What do you think is gonna happen? What do you mean, okay? No, they won't.
He really doesn't like you ruffling their feathers like...
All he means is that the city...
No wonder you cops get shot to shit every day. Can't go to war with an ass.
I saw you poking around in Lady Driver's lorry. She in trouble? Still better than me, I guess. Told you there's plenty of others who tell on her. But, is she in trouble? Oh man, that's like a load off my mind. All that stress was messing up my rhymes. Oh, you know. Tommy Leham's gonna be a musician. Sprechgesang, but with beats. I've got a lot of free time on the road to hone my craft. Tommy Lam was taken. My real name's Jerry Lafitte. Tommy's way better.
It's more him. The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm. Your best verse?
That's brutal, man.
No, stop. He's already mortified.
That's,
In the name of God, what are you doing?
Yeah, I get that, and it's cool, but... Yeah, I get it. These are your rhymes. They're from your life. Doesn't matter.
Yes, and I also thank you for stopping. We have a drug invest.
Stuck in the traffic jam. The windows are clear. They've been recently washed. You can...
Likely, yes. This guy's proud of who he is. Drapes it all over his machine.
There he is. This orange machine is dead still. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner and an electric freezer. The ice around it. The bear's eyes are dead.
Hello again, esteemed officer.
The barbell waits patiently on the floor, like a dog for its mom. The barbell waits patiently on the floor, like a dog for its master. You manage to hoist it off the ground, but the barbell feels... See? See? This place is cursed.
Proper weightlifting gloves would definitely afford a better grip.
The barbell waits patiently on the floor, like a dog for its master. You manage to hoist it off the ground, but the barbell feels wobbly and dangerous. Your hands slick with sweat. Turns out you're no beast. See? See?
Weightlifting was never my favorite either. At the station gym, I mean. I prefer running. It clears your head.
You're back. Good.
Just an ordinary war.
It is such a pleasure. I'm sorry. The only...
Suddenly, aeons ago. Probably when you were still a...
Believe me, officer.
You can barely hear him. The sweet smell of pickles in her...
Fuck off! It's mine! Sorry, officer.
When the dissidents come to rape our country, he hides. But try to get back. Officer,
The speaker, you should go over and ask him about paying for those sneakers with your net worth.
You keep coming back. That's good, officer. Keep bro.
If he really wants to you find...
Economical?
Stylish shades, huh? They'd be even more stylish if you paid for them with net worth. Go over and ask him.
Yes?
A rusting control panel. You grab the handle and pull the lever. The water lock starts moving.
Okay, If we ever need to get to the coast, then this is the way. But please, contain your wanderlust for now. I don't want...
Focus on one thing. Achieve it, then the next.
Right to work! Right to work! Shame on you! Hell no. I'm just an honest scab. I won't have talk like that. Fucking Bob. How about you fuck?
Okay, of course.
There could be weapons aiming at us right now. Somewhere above, in the buildings. The other merc. The man's breathing steadies, but his eyes are still.
Don't think so.
Suddenly, this feels like a really, really bad idea. Wordless, he takes the photo and looks hard as a stone. You see dead flesh in colorful rivers of polychrome.
Fucking loincloths. Really did him in. Yeah.
He's clenching his teeth. There is silent pressure behind them.
What it means. I can tell you what this one means. Only one. You want it? Our colonel is deep in the bush here. Deep in the fucking bush in Benital. He spent a month behind enemy lines, scouting kept villages. Nothing but fucking bugs and snakes for fun. Men.
With some strange emotion. This is about to get really graphic. Last moment to back off.
Our boy. He's only a captain then, but he knows how these men think. If they don't see action soon. At dawn, he comes upon two kids, breeding in the bushes by the river. Or maybe they weren't breeding. Maybe they were just making eyes at each other. I like to think they were breeding. We shot the boy. He was useless, but the girl, she was nice. A little fat, you know. She was quite the entertainment. For the week she lasted, expired in the hands of Sarge Mason. The kind of guy who'd make Chief there shit his pants and cry like a bitch. God. Mason couldn't let go. Cut the tits off her cold body and fucking ate them. Drowned in a creek a week later. Spirits, Maya.
Something stirs in your The story must have stirred up some conflicting emotions. The man looks... There's a word on the tip of your tongue. Colorless. Odorless. It's...
No. I was in the domain. In Jamrock. Being a...
You bet it was. It's just... nature. This guy, he used to say evil is when nature and spirit meet in the wrong place.
Fucking mask is getting sweaty. I want to take my mask off.
He's under orders. And orders are orders.
Go ahead. All right now. Free commerce!
On the photo in your hands, the dead man's skin is studded with stars. Tens.
Hola, Wandering Man.
The unpromising raised pupil returns. The unpromising raised pupil returns. How did this happen? You must be out of your mind, degenerate drunk. Say it. I am a degenerate. Your fist cracks in his hand like the words to the song. Your hand twists in his grip and good. Now leave before you humiliate. Don't be vote. There must be some friction. Also, to serve is... He looks toward the hub. The unpromising raised pupil returns. How did Good. Now leave before you humiliate your homoerotic organization any further.
I'd appreciate it if you didn't force us into situations where I'm not even sure the one bullet my chamber holds would even prick that hurt. We are not here on some political quest. We are here to solve a crime. Don't make the situation any more volatile than it already. There must be some other way. Let's go see the yard again. It faces the other end of the harbor. We're done with Measurehead here.
The lieutenant groaned. That's right. You should. The unpromising race pupil returns. Just like that, instinct took over. A solid strike. The man is reeling, gasping for all you hear is a small gurgling sound as a trickle of blood appears on the man's lip. Oh God, wrong move. You know the... Take the pain, goddammit. At least take that. Even under the increased force, it must be neurodegenerate. Oh, no. There must be some... Mr. Clare is a... He looks toward the harbor, motionless, the tattoos on his face like a web of stone. Just like that, instinct took over. A solid strike. The man, all you hear is a small... The man lands with a dull thump, like a broken down puppet of muscles and sinew. For a moment, he still tries to keep his head up. Dazed up as you slam your fist on the button.
Looks like you're the new Measurehead.
Her voice is surprised.
No one is the new Measurehead. Let's go.
It's clear like the hard stuff, Bruta. Evening falls. The vows are blurred and flesh. Lower intestine. The term is fascism, Brota. You're going to keep your views, right? Keep your views, Brota. There's a slow pain. It is one of